Hey, how are you? I'm Bernard,
Hey, it's Rick.
and welcome to When's Leg Day.
Welcome to Leg Day.
Yeah. So as usual, we'll answer the most important question first. Rick, when was Leg Day?
Leg Day for me was yesterday. Did an amazing session. Just like every week, killed it. How about you? When was your leg day?
For me, I trained legs today. I actually had a good session today, full body. So I'm still a little still got all the chemical cocktails they call it, the adrenaline and everything running through my blood.
Yeah, I got the other ones. I'm eating donuts today and stuff, so I got more of like a chill kind of vibe to me today. So I know the feeling.
Dopamine vibe.
Dopamine vibe.
Yeah. Yep. And then first,
you also trained with a new warrior today.
That's right.
Yeah, new warrior completed the 5-6 challenge. She did it absolutely wonderful. So yeah, we're looking forward to her putting on some nice gains.
Yeah, definitely. So first, we'd like to get the business out of the way. Thank you to WowFit for sponsoring the show. Workout onceweeklyfit.com. Nurture your inner warrior.
Nurture that inner warrior. Everybody's got one.
Yeah, and then what we're doing. Also, we like to definitely thank our viewers. Our last video had the most views, so we're definitely pumped about that. And so thank you very much, and thank you for the likes. And also, let's clap it up for our subscribers.
Yeah, thank you.
So, we do understand that there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of channels. There's just a lot of data, a lot coming at you. So definitely thank you, subscribers, for clicking the button, subscribing. And now you'll be alerted whenever we post a new video. And thank you so much for the support and the attention.
Yes, I appreciate the love very much.
Yep. And then we're going to start off our videos with another question, which we're going to start today. So, Rick, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for the fact that I was able to go out and do some NEA, which is non-exercise activity this week. It's been springtime's here in Jersey, but it's been a little cold. I still like to take that, do NEA. For me, my NEA is walking, so extra cardio, stuff like that. I like to walk in the cold. The only thing I don't really do is rain, but walking in the cold and feeling that spring sun is really starting to get here. Even though it's cold, the air is cold, the wind is cold. You feel that energy from the sun.
Yeah,
I'm grateful for going out and experiencing that, and looking forward to all these nice, beautiful weather days coming.
Yeah.
So what are you grateful for?
Thanks. So I definitely agree with the weather, though, because as he said, we're in Jersey, so the weather, the Four Seasons love it. Definitely, that's a good one. The weather's turning, and what I'm grateful for is I'm grateful I trained today, and the reason that I'm grateful I trained today, strength training just makes me healthier. It makes me stronger. It makes really, that's it. Healthier, stronger, more endurance, everything that goes along with strength training. I'm grateful I did it. And as Rick mentioned, actually we added a new warrior today. Let's clap it up for him.
Yeah, clap it up for him.
Yeah.
He did absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, so Rick called it the 5-6 challenge. I call it the LT challenge after one of the greatest athletes who ever played. He happened to play for a New York team, but he played in Jersey. So LT, Lawrence Taylor, the best, the GOAT.
That's
just
right.
Scaring people.
Yeah.
So we have a thing called the LT challenge. It's 5 weeks, 6 sessions. His number 56. So I'm grateful I trained because I added a new warrior today. She killed it. And like I said, stronger, better, and also set an example for those around me. Strength training just helps me achieve my goals in my life, makes me healthier, makes me more prepared for all of life's challenges. We talked about stress last week. Training is a great aggression, I would say controlled aggression situation. I put all the emotions from before the training session go into the training session, and I feel spent physically, emotionally, spiritually, and now it's time to relax, eat, rebuild, rest, doing all the good stuff. So that's it.
Recovery.
Yep. So that's it. So we'll get to our questions. Go ahead, Rick.
So the first question is, since today is your training day, was your training day, what do you eat after training?
Great question. So what I eat after training day is I have a sad day. So basically what a sad day is, standard American diet. So that's what I eat after training, and the reason is the standard American diet is full of processed carbs. So what I do is I eat processed carbs, but I don't eat fast food. That's not what I mean by standard American diet. I mean the type of food. So a lot of processed carbs. So I eat bread. I'll throw in some pasta. I'll throw in some potatoes. And today and tomorrow, I'll eat fried potatoes instead of say like boiled or baked. Just to get the extra energy, the extra nutrients, resources to rebuild my body. And then I also eat a good amount of meat. Just like the standard American diet, so that's good. But I can't stress the importance of eating a lot of carbs after I train. And the reason is I'm pretty big on like following, listening to experts of practice. And one of my favorite bodybuilders, Jay Cutler, he's I think a 3 or 4 time Mr. Olympia. I'm not sure, but he won Mr. Olympia a few times, and he's the guy who did the quad stomp, and that was one of the greatest moments in bodybuilding history on stage, I would say. And I watch a lot of his videos, follow him on Instagram, and you watch videos on YouTube. And he was talking about when he was competing as a professional bodybuilder, that he would eat more carbs. He was focused more on the carbs. So that's what I like to do. And also I noticed I can eat a lot more carbs than I can eat protein. And if it's good enough for Jay Cutler, it's definitely good enough for me. So I eat a lot of carbs today. And as I mentioned last week, to Kaneki, I eat candy to get that quick energy, get that quick sugar. And the reason I eat the standard American diet is I want to keep my insulin up, and I want to have it up for the next like 24, 36 hours maybe.
About, yeah.
Yeah, so eating all the processed carbs and everything helps my body absorb the nutrients, because like insulin is kind of like a snow plow, and the roads are your veins, and once you have a lot of sugar, your glucose goes up, and the insulin comes out and kind of like pushes everything into your cells. That's what insulin does, and that's how I break it down. I don't know the exact science or anything like that, but that's the way I can explain it to myself. So I definitely want to make sure my insulin is up after training, and nothing's better for keeping my insulin high than the standard American diet. So that's why it's a sad day. But I get to eat a lot now, though, so I'm happy about that. But that's it.
True.
So, Rick, what do you eat after training?
Pretty much the same, copy and paste. We do it's copy and paste. We kind of have the same philosophy towards at post training day nutrition.
Yep.
I same thing. A lot of carbs. Basically everything. Fruit is a big part of my diet,
Yep.
so I always include fruit in my diet, whether it be post training or just on a daily basis. It's fruit and vegetables or something are two things that you can eat as much as you want. And you want to eat as many different kinds as you want to, different colors. You can eat every every different type of fruit out there, and it's really not gonna it's not gonna be too detrimental to I guess some of the stuff you want to do. But so I eat fats, proteins, carbs. The only thing I do say, and I think you touched on this before, is I stay away from fast food. Fast food is, I mean, let's face it, it's fast food, right? It's not really the healthiest for you. So it's really just a filler more than something for nutritional value. So it's kind of just to get that hungry feeling away, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So besides fast food and high fructose corn syrup.
Yep.
You mentioned the sugar. So sugar, natural sugar, regular sugar is good, but high fructose corn syrup, it's not something you really want to consume. Not even just post training, just ever. It's not good for you. But yeah, so you mentioned Tukerki before, so the sweets. I'm a dozen donut man myself. I love donuts. That's one of my favorite. So after a training day, like my training day was yesterday, so today, I don't have an issue with just throwing back some extra donuts and some of my favorite desserts and stuff like that. It's really not as bad in this current condition where I'm recovering. But even on the days that I am cutting, I tend to eat a little dessert too at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy, but no dozen donuts.
Yeah.
But so basically anything and everything except for fast food and high fructose corn syrup is what I stay away from, basically. So, but yeah, I like to eat. It's one of my favorite favorite things. Trying different foods, and why not help build my body while I'm enjoying
Yeah.
these, delicious foods.
Yeah, and I'm definitely gonna add. I eat fruit too. I eat all the different colors, fresh fruit, not like canned fruit or anything like that.
Yeah,
You know,
fresh
fresh
whole foods.
fruit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just all just nutritional benefit from it. It helps digestion.
Yep.
There's a lot going
Yeah.
on there that it can be included every single day
Yep.
without being
Definitely.
an issue. Yeah,
Yeah. I eat fresh fruit every day. So.
yeah, yep. So on to question number two is, how often do you train each muscle group?
Yeah, great question. So I train each muscle group 1 to 2 times a week. I think for me that's enough with the type of training I do. And the thing is, like, I do full body training. So if I'm training each muscle group 1 to 2 times a week, I'm training 1 to 2 times a week. And I do have to say that I train when I'm going to the gym and lifting heavy for a couple months a year. I would say that is more like once a week or maybe twice one week and once the other week because I just need more recovery time because those sessions are brutal. But 1 to 2 times a week, hit it hard, hit it intense, break it up, make sure that muscle is like destroyed, and then I focus on recovery, nutrition, eating, healing, getting stronger for the next training session. But 1 to 2 times is enough, and I think I used to train body parts more often, and I noticed I just didn't get the recovery in. And I didn't realize I wasn't getting enough recovery, enough healing time in until I cut it down to 1 to 2 times a week compared to 2 to 3 times a week. So just doing that 1 to 2 times a week, I think I get the best gains. I feel stronger, and also I feel that there's less wear and tear on my body than there would be. So what I mean, if like I train chest today, then I train shoulders tomorrow, I'm still hitting that joint, that shoulder joint, twice in one day, which there's already inflammation from the day before. So I just avoid it. So I don't train like back to back or anything like that. It's literally like train my whole body, wait 3, 4, 5, 6 days, train my whole body, wait 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, train my whole body. So 1 to 2 times a week, hitting all the muscle groups. And that's it, pretty consistently. So, Rick, how often do you train each muscle group?
So we're gonna copy and paste that as well. so yeah, I mean, we're training partners too. So we've been training for a couple of years together now, and also 2 years, yeah. So yeah, we same philosophy. 1 to 2 times a week, hit it real hard. My training sessions are very intense. I put, it's like you said, all that aggression, all that stuff. All those feelings that maybe you have inside you that you need to get out or whatever. I focus it and I channel it into the training, and doing so, you get really intense sessions.
Yep.
You really, as they say, I used to play football, and as well. The
Yep.
saying is, leave it all on the field. Well, I leave it all on my training grounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I go extremely intense. Make sure, like you said, leave that muscle shredded, and then after that, I focus on the recovery. So that's when I bring in the nutrition. That's when the dozen donuts comes in, and that kind of thing. So, but for that session, full body session, I leave it all in the training grounds, and there's nothing better for your mental state. Being somebody who's struggled with, mental issues before, whether it be the anxiety or depression, I can say that the best medication for that is actually moving around, moving your body, putting your all into yourself, basically. Because training, I mean, that's when you're training, you're literally building yourself. Nobody else is really benefiting from it but you. This is the one thing that you can truly do for yourself and yourself only, where you will feel and you will see the benefit from it. And by training, once a week, you can really get an intense training session, and then 1 to 2 times a week, then you have time to heal. And basically, when you come back stronger.
Yeah.
You come back with more gains, in my opinion, and you actually come back, and that, like you said before, that chemical cocktail where it's that your body releases. You tend to be more sensitive to it when it's only 1 or 2 times a week.
Yeah.
Now, again, if you train multiple days in a row or whatever the case may be, by all means, if that works for you, do what works for you. Everybody do what works for you, basically. That's basically what it comes down to. There's nobody to tell you you're doing it wrong if it works for
Yeah.
you. So, 1 or 2 times a week is all I need,
Yeah.
and yeah, you just go intense and keep it that way, and your intensity, your gains will match your intensity, basically.
Yeah.
It's just like anything else in life. You get out of it what you put into it.
Yep.
So, yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
that's it, man. And we're gonna go with number 3 is, what's your favorite traps exercise?
Traps. My favorite traps exercise. So I got a few. I got a few. So yeah, like same as all. It's extremely difficult for me to just pick like one exercise, right? Just one exercise. But I do have to say, if I could only do one exercise for like ever, it'd probably be the deadlift. However, deadlift out of here.
The king.
The king, next to squat, the other king.
Yeah, the other king.
The other king. All right, so no, getting back to traps exercise. So basically, as far as traps exercise, I do love the way my traps feel, especially after I do a good session, and I include hand cleans. So if anybody doesn't know, like Olympic lifting, when they do like the clean and jerk, they have the barbell on the floor, they clean it up to their shoulders, and they jerk it up. Well, I like to clean it when it's hanging. So I already have the bar in my hands, I'm standing up, and I'm really like cleaning it from, I guess, my waist, wherever it is. And I love that for my traps. I really feel my traps will like work the next day, and it's good. And I do it for volume sometimes, but it is a fast motion, so it's not like I'm looking to isolate my traps or anything like that, because it's a fast, full body motion. But I love hand cleans. And then another exercise I love for my traps is not a shrug, because I really don't do like the traditional shrugs when your arms are straight. What I do is like, it's almost like a shrug, but I call it more of like an upright row or side row, whatever you want to call it. Basically, I have the dumbbells behind me. I kind of lean forward a little bit, but it's barely noticeable, and I row the weight up, and I just squeeze my traps, and I'm rowing it, and just that row, I think I just get a better, just hit more of the whole trap than the shrugs. Because for me, I don't really feel my traps when I'm shrugging. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But so I don't really shrug that much. Actually, I don't think I ever do like traditional shrug. So just doing the hand cleans and doing the dumbbell, lateral row when I'm standing up, that's great for me. And as far as body weight stuff, I do like an Australian push up. It's basically like a row, but they call it an Australian push up, and it's a row when I'm under the bar, but my hands are closer to my waist than my chest, and when I row it, I'm kind of like rowing like this, and it hits my traps, and I like that. So really, those are my exercise that I do for traps. But if I could only do one, so I guess if I could only do one more, I would only focus on the dumbbell row exercise for my traps. So I guess that's like my favorite, but I like to throw those other ones in. But yeah, that's like my favorite exercise, I guess, the dumbbell upright row. I had to think about it for a while. So Rick, what's your favorite traps exercise?
Well, those are all good. So I like, with weights, the upright row, just basic upright
Barbell,
row.
right?
Yeah, barbell, upright row. Very, hits the traps really, really hard. I had a bit of a shoulder issue that prevented me from getting like full range, but once I worked through it, it was very effective for me. I love, as you can see. I like that trap exercise. So that's dumbbell. I'm sorry, barbell. And if I'm gonna pick one for body weight, it would be the Australian push-up, which is almost like an inverted row, but the bar's a little higher. So you're maybe at a different angle, and basically, you have you're pulling you'll be pulling the bar up towards your shoulders, basically, and yeah, very effective body weight trap exercise.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna throw another one in there that I do for burnout, usually after a gym session. It's the farmer's carry.
Yep.
So 45-pound plates, 45-pound plates, and just take a walk around the gym.
Yeah.
Take a walk around the farm.
That's it.
Hit all the posts, make sure everything's good. So yeah, that's do that for a burnout, and anybody who's ever done them knows, once you get into that last stretch where you're 20, 15 feet away from where you started, and that's your goal, that your forearm, everything's on fire basically. So extremely effective, one of my favorites, especially for the burnout. And if you want to just add that into your, into your arsenal of your training too,
Yeah.
I mean, go right ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's fair game pretty much in that aspect. But yeah, those are my favorites, and yeah, that's it.
That's it. Yeah. So definitely like to thank everybody who's been tuning in. We're excited. We're getting more viewers. We're excited. We actually get more subscribers. So thank you, everybody. And if you like the video, hit that. I think it's a thumbs up. Subscribe to see more so you get notified when our videos come out. And we just appreciate all the support and all the attention.
Yes, thank you for all the love. Much appreciated.
Yeah. And we are so excited that we got to add officially a new warrior today to the WowFit tribe. So we're pumped about that.
That's right.
She got her t-shirt today, so that's cool.
Yeah,
That's definitely
absolutely.
cool. And yeah, thank you, everybody. And keep grinding.
Yeah, and to all you warriors out there checking on your tribe.
Take care. Bye.